Hey there, welcome to another episode of Blake's Everyday Podcast. So, recently I've just started going to bed really pretty early, a lot earlier than I had been used to uh, for previous. I mean, for a long time. I'm finally starting to go to sleep, before midnight pretty much every night. Which is good. And it's good for me. It's good for my health. But it's kind of um, it's kind of changing the ways of the videos. It's like, okay, well, I gotta wake up early and do my reading in the video, in the mornings, which nothing wrong with that, as long as I can wake up. But I feel like it's better for me, and yeah, I'm just gonna have to get used to doing it like this. But I'm not saying that we're not gonna have some videos that we do during the night, like especially on the weekends. I'm sure I'll probably stay up a little bit later on the weekends and do my videos, but I don't know. Just kind of getting used to not staying up so late, going to bed decently early, and waking up at a decent time. But it took me a while this morning to get to it because my son, uh, Luke, he likes to wake up when his mom gets up for CrossFit. So, 5:30 in the morning, I'm up, he's up, and I gotta wait till he goes back to sleep till I can get out here and do the video. But last last episode we finished at the end of chapter 2. So tonight we are gonna start off on chapter 3, which still got a bunch of names to go through, which is fun. Um, but yeah, we got lots and lots of names and stuff to go through. All right. Dang. Okay, so chapter 3, the sons of David. These were the sons of David born to him in Hebron. The firstborn was Amnon, the son of Ahinoam of Jezreel. The second, Daniel, the son of Abigail of Carmel. The third, Absalom, the son of Maacah, daughter of Talmai, king of Geshur. The fourth, Adonijah, the son of Gith. The fifth, Shephatiah, the son of Abital. And the sixth, Ithream, by his wife Eglah. These six were born to David in Hebron, where he reigned 7 years and 6 months. David reigned in Jerusalem 33 years, and these were the children born to him there: Shemua, Shobab, Nathan, and Solomon. These four were by Bathsheba, daughter of Ammiel. There were also Ibhar, Elishua, Eliphelet, Naga, Nepheg, Japhia, Elishama, Eliada, and Eliphelet, 9 in all. All these were the sons of David, besides his sons by his concubines, and Tamar was their sister, the kings of Judah. Solomon's son was Rehoboam, Abijah his son, Asa his son, Jehoshaphat his son, Jehoram his son, Ahijah his son, Joash his son, Amizah his son, Azariah his son, Jotham his son, Ahaz his son, Hezekiah his son, Manasseh his son, Ammon his son, Josiah his son, the sons of Josiah, Johanan the firstborn, Jehoiakim the second son, Zedekiah the third, Shalom the fourth, the successors of Jehoiakim, Jehoiachin his son, and Zedekiah. The royal line after the exile, the descendants of Jehoiachin the captive, Shealtiel his son, Malachim, Pedaiah, Shenazar, Jechemiah, Hoshema, and Nedabiah. The sons of Pedaiah, Zerubbabel, and Shemai. The sons of Zerubbabel, Meshullam, and Hananiah. Shelomith was their sister. There were also 5 others: Hashabah, Ohel, Berechiah, Hasadiah, and Jushab Hesed. The descendants of Hananiah, Pelatiah, and Jeshiah, and the sons of Rephaiah, of Arnan, of Abadiah, and of Shechaniah. Oh my gosh. The descendants of Shechaniah, Shemaiah, and his sons Hattush, Igal, Bariah, Neriah, and Shaphat. 6 in all. The sons of Neriah, Elionai, Hezekiah, and Azrikam. 3 in all. The sons of Elionai, Hedavi, Eliashib, Peliah, Akub, Johanan, Deliah, and Anani. 7 in all. Okay, so that was chapter 3. And I can see now why I didn't try to read these last night when I was tired. I would have been like So chapter 3 verses 1 through 24. This chapter is devoted entirely to the family of David. As such, it is the most important of the genealogies, the line of the promised Messiah. Many of these names are cited in the New Testament genealogies of Jesus in the books of Matthew and Luke. Just as the entire Old Testament looks forward to the Messiah, Jesus, we also must look to him if we hope to experience a meaningful future. 100%. Okay, so let's go ahead and read chapter 4. Lots more names. Other clans of Judah is the title. Man. The descendants of Judah: Perez, Hezron, Carmi, Hur, and Shobal. Rahiah, son of Shobal, was the father of Jahath, and Jahath the father of Ahumai and Lahad. These were the clans of the Zorathites. These were the sons of Edom: Jezreel, Ishma, and Idbash. Their sister was named Hazelelponi. Penuel was the father of Gedor, and Ezer the father of Hushah. These were the descendants of Hur, the firstborn of Ephrathah, and father of Bethlehem. Asher, the father of Tekoa, had two wives, Helah and Nara. Nara bore him Ahuzam, Hefer, Temeni, and Hahasturi. These were the descendants of Nara. The sons of Helah, Zareth, Zohar, Ethnan, and Koz, who was the father of Anab and Hazab, Hazababa, Hazabeba, and the clans of Ahirel, son of Hiram. Jabez was more honorable than his brothers. His mother had named him Jabez, saying, I gave birth to him in pain. Jabez cried out to the God of Israel, Oh, that you would bless me and enlarge my territory. Let your hand be with me and keep me from harm, so that I will be free from pain. And God granted his request. Caleb, Shuh's brother, was the father of Meher, who was the father of Eshton. Eshton was the father of Beth Rapha, Paseah, and Tehina, the father of Nahash. These were the men of Rekha, the sons of Kenaz, Othniel and Sariah, the sons of Othniel, Hathath and Meonathai. Meonathai was the father of Ophrah. Sariah was the father of Joab, the father of Harashim. It was called this because its people were skilled workers. The sons of Caleb, son of Jephunneh, Iru, Elah, and Nam, the son of Elah, Kenaz, the sons of Jehalel, Ziphah, Teriah, and Asarel, the sons of Ezra. Jether married Epher and Jalon. One of Mered's wives gave birth to Miriam, Shemaiah, and Ishbah, the father of Eshtemoa. His wife from the tribe of Judah gave birth to Jared, the father of Gedor, Heber, and father of Soko, and Jekithiel, the father of Zanoah. These were the children of Pharaoh's daughter, Bethia, whom Mered had married. The sons of Hodiah's wife, the sister of Naham, the father of Keilah, and the Garmite, and Eshtemoa, the Makathite, the sons of Shimon, Amnon, Rinna, Ben Hanan, and Tilon. The descendants of Ishi, Zahath, and Ben Zahath, the sons of Shelah, son of Judah, the father of Leka, Lada, the father of Marishah, and the Lin, clans of the linen workers at Beth Ashbea. Joachim, the men of Kaziba, and Joash and Saraph, who ruled in Moab, and Jeshabi Lahem. These records are from ancient times. These were the potters who lived at Netaim and Gedera. They stayed there and worked for the king. The descendants of Simeon: Nemuel, Jamin, Jarib, Zerah, and Shaul. Shallum was Shaul's son, Nibsam his son, and Mishma his son. The descendants of Mishma: Hamuel his son, Zachar his son, and Shimei his son. Shimei had 16 sons and 6 daughters, but his brothers did not have many children, so their entire clan did not become as numerous as the people of Judah. They lived in Beersheba, Malada, Hazor, Shual, Bilhah, Azem, Talad, Bethiel, Hormah, Ziklag, Beth Markaboth, Hazor, Sim, Beth Beri, and Sharam. These were their towns until the reign of David. Their surrounding villages were Etam, Ain, Rimmon, Token, and Ashen. 5 towns, and all the villages around these towns as far as Balath. These were their settlements, and they kept a genealogical record. Meshabab, Jamlech, Joshua, son of Amaziah, Joel, Jehu, son of Joshabiah, the son of Sariah, the son of Asiel, also Elionai, Jacobiah, Jeshahiah, Asaiah, Adil, Jesamael, Benaiah, and Ziza, son of Shiphi, the son of Alon, the son of Jediah, the son of Shimri, the son of Shemaiah. The men listed above by name were leaders of their clans. Their families increased greatly, and they went to the outskirts of Gedor to the east of the valley in search of pasture for their flocks. They found rich, good pasture, and the land was spacious, peaceful, and quiet. Some Hamites had lived there formerly. The men whose names were listed came in the days of Hezekiah, king of Judah. They attacked the Hamites in their dwellings and also the Munites who were there and completely destroyed them, as is evident to this day. Then they settled in their place because there was pasture for their flocks. And 500 of these Simeonites, led by Pelatiah, Neriah, Haphiah, and Uziel, the sons of Ishi, invaded the hill country of Seir. They killed the remaining Amalekites who had escaped, and they have lived there to this day. Okay, well, one thing that I will say about chapter 4 is I'm glad, well, honestly, with the, I guess it would have been chapter 3, but I am glad that we didn't have to go through Samson's lineage. I mean, we did, but like, you know, I'm not Samson. No, dang it. What am I talking about? Solomon. Yeah, because Solomon had like a bunch of wives, but yeah, whatever. No, Solomon had like, I think it was like 900 wives and concubines, which is crazy. So many. Uh, they call this the breakfast of champions. 2 energy drinks. Uh, all right. It's chapter 5. We're just going to jump right into it. The title for chapter 5 is Reuben. The sons of Reuben, the firstborn of Israel, he was the firstborn, but when he defiled his father's marriage bed, His rights as firstborn were given to the sons of Joseph, son of Israel. So he could not be listed in the genealogical record in accordance with his birthright. And though Judah was the strongest of his brothers, had a ruler came from him, the rights of the firstborn belonged to Joseph, the sons of Reuben, the firstborn of Israel. Hanok, Palu, Hezron, and Carmi, the descendants of Joel, Shemaiah his son, Gog his son, Shemaiah his son, Micah his son, Raiah his son, Baal his son, and Bera his son, whom Tiglath-Pileser, king of Assyria, took into exile. Bera was a leader of the Reubenites, their relatives by clans listed according to their genealogical records. Jael, the chief, Zechariah, and Bela, son of Azaz, the son of Shema, the son of Joel. They settled in the area from Aroer to Nebo and Baal Meon. To the east, they occupied the land up to the edge of the desert that extends to the Euphrates River. Because their livestock had increased in Gilead during Saul's reign, they waged war against the Hagrites, who were defeated at their hands. They occupied the dwellings of the Hagrites throughout the entire region east of Gilead. The Gadites lived next to them in Bashan, as far as Salekah. Joel was the chief, Shepham the second, then Jenai and Shaphat and Bashan. Their relatives by families were Michael, Meshullam, Sheba, Jorai, Jachan, Zia, and Eber, 7 in all. These were the sons of Abihail, son of Huri, the son of Jaroah, the son of Gilead, the son of Michael, the son of Jeshiah, the son of Jado, the son of Buz, Ahi, son of Abdiel, the son of Guni, was the head of their family. The Gadites lived in Gilead, in Bashan, and its outlying villages, and on all the pasture lands of Sharon, as far as they extended. All of these were entered in the genealogical records during the reigns of Jotham, king of Judah, and Jeroboam, king of Israel. The Reubenites, the Gadites, and the half tribe of Manasseh had 44,760 men ready for military service, able bodied men who could handle shield and sword, who could use a bow, and who were trained for battle. They waged war against Hagarites, Jetur, Naphish, and Nadab. They were helped in fighting them, and God delivered the Hagrites and all their allies into their hands, because they cried out to him during the battle. He answered their prayers because they trusted in him. They seized the livestock of the Hagrites, 50,000 camels, 250,000 sheep, and 2,000 donkeys. They also took 100,000 people captive, and many others fell slain, because the battle was God's, and they occupied the land until the exile. The people of the half tribe of Manasseh were numerous. They settled in the land from Bashan to Baal Hermon, that is, to Sinner, Mount Hermon. These were the heads of their families: Epher, Ishi, Elil, Azriel, Jeremiah, Hadaviah, and Jadiel. They were brave warriors, famous men, and heads of their families. But they were unfaithful to the God of their ancestors and prostituted themselves to the gods of the peoples of the land, whom God had destroyed before them. So the God of Israel stirred up the spirit of Pul, king of Assyria, that is, Tiglath-Pileser, king of Assyria, who took the Reubenites, the Gadites, and the half tribe of Manasseh into exile. He took them to Hala, Haber, Hera, and the river of Gazan, Gazan, where they are to this day. All right. So, chapter 5, verse 1. After plowing through all these names, people usually wonder, why are these lists in the Bible? Each of these names represents an individual and, in some cases, a family. It is obvious from this that God values individuals, and He uses them to work His plan. Most of these people are not well remembered in history. Some of them were far from ideal. We don't have to look far to realize that God cares for us, no matter who we are and or what we've done. Yeah, I mean, we all have a job to do on under God's will. So I think it's important. I mean, I know I laugh about this because it's like, wow, there's so many names, but it is just as important to know, these names. Well, it's not as important for us to know these, like some of these names, but it is cool to see, because he took, you know, genealogical records, and I mean, he does the same with us. He knows us by name, and that's important to remember. We're not just losers, We're somebody to God. He's our Father, and I think it's really cool to see this. And he knows us. Like I said, he knows us by name. We're not losers. When we get to heaven, it'll be. It'll just, it's. I don't know, but I will say this, like I was talking about just a second ago. So we all have jobs to do in God's will, and whether that's what you're doing or not right now, we all do have something to do under God's will, and it's important for us to follow through with that, and how we find out about what it is, I mean, you got to pray about it. You got to talk to God about it. Maybe look for signs and clues, what you're supposed to be doing for God. But let's go ahead and end it with a prayer. Dear God, we come to you this morning just grateful to be able to wake up this morning and read your word, Lord. And we're just so grateful for the strength that you continue to give me and all of the people that watch these videos. Just the strength to get through our own selfish sins, and we just pray that you continue to push us through, Lord, and just continue to give us strength, Lord. Lord, I just pray that you continue to keep your mighty hands over us and just keep safety over us as the world has become wicked and more wicked every day. Lord, we just pray for the deliverance of evil. God, we're just so grateful for everything that you do for us. We just pray for all those that might need to hear your word, Lord. I just pray that they see your light. I pray that they they too find you, Lord, and they just are delivered from their wicked ways, Lord. And God, we just love you. In God's name. Amen. All right. Guys, I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. Wednesday. Uh, I'll either talk to you tonight or tomorrow morning. So have a good rest of your day.